Hi, Julie McAllister here, your psychic medium and energy healer with a passion for children with special needs. Today I want to talk to you about animal totems. And, all of my growing up years, I was really, I wouldn't, well, in some cases I would maybe say obsessed, but I was very attracted to animals, and animals were very attracted to me, which is a very common thing in children who are extra specially gifted. At the time, I didn't realize that's what that was, but I spent all of my growing up years determined to be a veterinarian. And that was great because of my love for animals, but science is not my forte, so when I got to college, I realized that probably wasn't a good route for me. But, you know, what I've learned since I've discovered the world of animal totems and what they are, what animal totems are. Well, let me get back to that. What I've learned about them is that the energy of animals can, and mainly wild animals, but also some domesticated animals, that they can really, we can relate to the energy that they bring us. We can relate to the characteristics that they experience in the wild. And we are, when I learned about those, what I learned is that the animals that I was most attracted to, that I was most interested in growing up, one of those happens to be one of my lifelong totems, and that is a horse. I was obsessed with horses when I was a kid and growing up. I didn't actually get to own a horse until I was in college. But all of my growing up years, I subscribed to horse magazines. I had horse posters, literally wallpapered my walls and my ceiling in my room. And I was just truly obsessed with horses. And, once I started learning about animal totems, I discovered that a horse is one of my totems. And so before we do the meditation, the exercise that I want to do with you to help you discover who one or more of your animal totems are, I want to give you some tips on maybe trying to get some insight into what those animals might be. First of all, they can not only be animals, they can be or mammals or lizards or reptiles. They can also be insects. They can also be sea animals, and they can also be birds. So really, just about anything in the wild world can be an animal totem. And domesticated animals sometimes can be, although traditionally I think that they are more of a messenger, that they're maybe just something you see for a day or something like that that's here to bring you a message. And animals are often used by our spirit guides to bring us messages that we need at that time in our life. But for lifelong totems, I really want you to think about what animals you were most interested in or fascinated you the most as a child. When you go to a zoo, if you go to a zoo, what do you want to go see first, or what do you want to stand and look at the longest? What is the animal that most fascinates you? What animal most interests you now? Those can be even, your totems will change. You can have totems for your life. You can have totems for a period in your life, which can be years or months. You can even have a totem for a day, and that's generally an animal that's bringing you a message. What animals do you interact with the most in the wild? Do you see a particular animal a lot when you're out and about in driving, and even on seeing it on TV or things like that? That can be a message or an animal totem. The other thing is, what animal scares you the most or repulses you the most, or because those animals that we fear can also have a message for us. What are we fearing in our life? And a couple of other things are, what animals do we dream about, or do you have any dreams that contain animals that you've just never forgotten? Those can be tips on what your animal totems might be. And lastly, have you ever been attacked by an animal? Shamans believe that if you are attacked by an animal, it is testing you. It's testing to see if you can really handle that energy. And so those are some ideas about what animals might be totems in your life. Now this, we're going to do a little exercise, and this, it is a form of meditation, but it really is just opening yourself to the energy of what your animal totems might be. And you know, most people want to think that their animal totems are these big, powerful, you know, animals, but be open to the idea that all animals bring powerful energy, all of them, whether it's an eagle or a skunk or a beetle or a tiger. So they all have powerful messages. They all have powerful energy to bring to you and for you to learn from in your life. So be open to whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be a big, powerful, strong animal to have a really big impact in your life. Till next time, have a wonderful day.